Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ichi Sen, and my FIP topic is survival simulation for education using procedural generation. Here is my project description. My game is a 3D simulation series game made with Unity, and it is for education purpose to teach teenagers and scout survival skills for video guideline and missions. The game time is 15 game days. It's just about the real time 2 to 3 hours. There are different ending depends on several criteria. For example, how player develop and choose the race. Second, how many survival skills player learns. And then which position player is when in the game. Here is the game background. You are a scout and have just survived the crash of the airplane and dropped to an island in the Pacific Ocean. You need to survive in this isolated land with limited useful tools, and you are seeking for help from rescue team. What is a serious games? As I say that, my game project is a type of serious game. Serious games have different names. For example, immersive learning simulations, digital game-based learning, gaming simulation, or games you have to play. Serious games designed for a primary purpose other than pure entertainment. The serious adjectives is prepared to refer to products used by industries like defense, education, healthcare, emergency management, city planning, engineering, and politics. Through the 3D immersions to enhance the motivation of participants to engage in complex or boring tasks. Here is my game progress. I mainly develop the game progress into two parts. First is the environment part, which I mainly focus on this semester. Second is the game content part, which I will do in the next semester. I have finished the design of scenes and terrain, the skybox setting, the day and night cycle, and the procedural generation weather change. Here is the top view of an island. You can see there are the plain and some mountains in the game, and there are a lake in the middle of island. There are also some beach around the island. Here in this photo, you can see that there are many different trees with wind zones settled in different positions. The tree objects can simulate the wind effects. The tree shadow can also be settled according to the sun position. Day and night cycle is also setting in the game. The sun and moon will move on track, and there are stars trickled in night. In this photo, you can see that my game have different texture to simulate realistic island scenes. For example, the set regions, lake, and the mountains, etc. On the water surface, you can see that water wave can be clearly shown on the water surface. There are also different density of raindrop be generated with humidity. Here is my future plan. Firstly, I will finish the inventory system so that the curator can collect different materials from the game and use those materials to create products. And second, I will instill the survival learning to the player from the game through the script, animation, or missions. Here is the definition of survival. You can see that there are different characters which have different meanings. For example, S stands for size of the situation, use or sense. Remember where you are. Vanquish fear and punish. Improvise. Value living as native. In the future game, I will teach people how to light a fire without match and how to make multiple types of tile circles. For example, I will give two options or two ways to players that how to light a fire. and different options will have different advantages and its disadvantage. And then player needs to have a choice to choose them, and those options that they choose will affect the ending they have. Oh, that's the end of my presentation.